What's up guys, welcome back to Dakota Diesel. In this episode, we're going to talk about Tesla service. A lot of my friends have been asking me if I can even work on this thing by myself. The short answer is yes. So we're going to service my car quick, then we're going to take it out on the road, and I'm going to tell you what it's like to own a Tesla long term. So I've had a lot of problems with my Tesla Model S performance since I bought it from an unreputable dealership off Facebook Marketplace, and it had a bunch of undisclosed issues, like one of the sliding door handles was broken, even though I asked him if they all worked, and one of the taillights is out, and these brakes are pretty much barbecued when I got it. After I complained, the dealer offered to pay the repair costs, so I scheduled a service with Tesla, which I don't have a dealership in my town, so they came to my house after 3 weeks. They did the door handle and the taillight, and it cost $820. The dealer ended up ghosting me and I had to foot the bill. One of the first things I did to this car was black out the chrome with vinyl wrap. When the Tesla technician came and did this taillight, you have to take out this trim piece right here. So he ended up putting a chrome trim piece back on, so I had to take all this apart. I could have easily put this $50 taillight in myself and saved a few $100s. All that holds this trim piece in is these tabs and a little bit of double-sided tape. Gently apply even back pressure with a small pry bar to get the trim piece off. It'll pop right out. After you get the trim piece off, there's a little handle you have to pull off. Once this is off, you can access the taillight through this hole. After the taillight is off, just clean the surfaces thoroughly and reapply double-sided tape. The trim piece will pop right back on. There's no need for expensive Tesla service. You can get it done for about 50 bucks instead of 350. Ironically, servicing a Tesla is a lot easier than servicing a gas car because there's just a lot less moving parts. It's just brakes, tires, lights, rotors, wipers, things like that. General maintenance issues, but there is a few weird things. One of them is these door handles. They slide out. It's about $300 for Tesla to fix it, but you can easily do it yourself just by pulling these door panels off. I would have done it myself if I knew that the dealer wasn't going to pay like he said he would. And the other weird thing is these cars have a motor over the front diff and the rear axle, and they both have a transmission, and the transmission is fluid, and that needs to be drained at 150,000 miles, but it's actually super easy. You just drop the cover and then you pump out the old oil and put in new oil until it overfills, just like a differential. And lastly, the coolant in the batteries needs to be changed at 150,000 miles, which is probably going to be a dealer issue. The two pitfalls is if the motor goes out, it's not like something you and your buddy can do over a couple beers on the weekend. You definitely got to take it in. And the other problem is the battery life. These Tesla Model S's pre-2020 have an 8-year unlimited mile warranty on the batteries, and after that, good luck, you're on your own, and it could cost upwards of $20,000. It's basically mechanically totaled after that. But you could easily service this car yourself, even with limited knowledge, and I'll show you in a second. So the Tesla Model S has giant Brembo brakes, and this is a massive drilled and slotted rotor that I bought from eBay. It is just China brand, but it's huge. Here's the Tesla Model S rotor compared to the Tesla Model 3 wheels. I mean, it is big, and that's what it takes to stop this big Tesla Model S performance. I think we all can agree that was the most cinematic garage entry ever. After you block your wheels, the first thing you want to do is put your car in tow mode by clicking the service button and enter tow mode. The car will be in neutral and free rolling. Basically, it disengages the brakes. Right away, it's annoying because there's really no place to put a jack stand, so you got to do it off the jack. All of this is battery, and it was really designed for a lift. The socket is a 7/8. Right off the bat, the tire is pretty much finished, and I was going to have these rims refinished in a gloss black. Since these tires are shot anyway, I think I'm gonna go one step up and get the Tesla Model X 22-inch wheels. These are 21. So I'll get the 22-inch ones in black. I would recommend knocking these pins out with the punch while the caliper is on the car, because you don't want to wrestle with this brake line once it's loose. And rumor has it that you need a Tesla computer to bleed the brakes, so you definitely don't want to tow this thing to Tesla, especially if the nearest Tesla dealer is 3 hours away. $18mm sock. All right, guys, get your death threats ready for the comments, because these are really, really bad. Are you ready? There's just nothing left. A T45 takes the rotor off. It's so easy, the pads just slide right in. Just make sure the clip is faced this way when you slide the pins in, so there is tension. See, it's all very pretty and nothing here is all that scary. Look at this air strut. I think Tesla charges like $3,000 to swap these out, and it's really easy. You can see the bolt down there and up top. I could easily do this myself. I definitely would want to have a buddy's lift or something like that. But yeah, nothing scary here except maybe that gazillion watt battery under there that can electrocute you. Now do that times 4 and you'll have some really sweet looking wheels and brakes, especially for this Tesla Model S performance. We can hit the service wipers button. It makes it very easy to change the wiper blades, and after we have that done, all we have to do is top off the windshield washer fluid and we have finished servicing our Tesla. Now that we've successfully serviced our Tesla and it was super easy, let's take it on the road and I'll tell you what it's like to own one long term. I just want to say, owning a Tesla Model S Performance has been a great experience. I love this car. It's the fastest, coolest car I've ever had, and I am a car enthusiast. But from that standpoint, as a car enthusiast, it's really not a car guy's car. In car culture, you save up for that turbo, you save up for that clutch, you build your car, you make it faster, you make it your own, and you kind of bond with the car. With the Tesla, it's already as good as it's ever going to be, so it makes the ownership experience just a little bit sterile. It makes me crave a gas power, big V8, vroom vroom sound, which I am buying, so stay tuned for that on my channel. I am having a new build, and it is a little bit exotic. But I got to thinking about what is the future of car culture if everything's going to be an EV? Who will the car guys be? What will they be like? It's going to be like coders and programmers. Like, you're going to have to learn coding and software and everything like that to make your car go faster. It's just going to flip the whole car scene on its head. And to be honest, I'm really kind of not looking forward to that. I like the eclectic, like, AMGs, you know, like the M3s, you got like Mustangs, Camaro guys, Corvette guys, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be hard to make that shift into the EV world. Overall, this car is great. It's everything for everyone. It's spacious, it's luxurious, it's got the Alcantara, it's got the leather, it's really, really fast, it's very, very roomy, it's very, very practical, but in a way, it's almost too practical. I know I'm really complaining too much here, but I don't really need 4 doors. You know, this whole floor is a battery pack, so it's not like you can make it any shorter, you know, and it's very sedan-like. I would also complain that this car was designed in 2012, and it really still hasn't changed very much. I mean, in 2020, they deleted all of the chrome on this car. That's why I had it deleted, so it looks a little bit more modern, and they got rid of the nose cone, and that's about it. I think the style is a little bit dated at this point, and they really, really need a facelift. It just kind of reminds me of the GTR. It's been around since like 2008, 2009 and hasn't changed. And people are just exhausted from looking at it. And that's kind of how I feel on this car. Overall, I would give this car a 9.5 out of 10. I mean, it's really that good. It's luxurious, it's spacious, it's got great tech, it's super fast, and it sips energy. Like, I could fill this car up at my house for like $4 or $5 and go for 200 plus miles. It's really, really good. The one thing I would say is it does make me crave for a big V8, maybe a big V12, which I am in the process of buying because I love building cars, and really there's nothing to build about this car. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please throw me a like and a sub, and I'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned for my next big build.